Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the gym and working out and getting into the flow of working out. So as a beginner on self-improvement, I think that going to the gym and working out and, improving my physique and getting into lifting weights especially was really what kickstarted the whole self-improvement journey. It's really like the first kind of major step. So a lot of guys who just start out on self-improvement, the first thing that they get into is the gym, and it's kind of the first introduction to improving yourself and improving your life, because it's like literally improving the way you look, improving your health, improving your fitness, improving cardiovascular health, everything. It all starts from the gym. So in this video, I want to give you a complete beginner's guide with some of my experience with this and some experience that I've learned from other YouTubers and podcasts and things, and just kind of give you a comprehensive, really beginner introductory guide into getting into the gym, working out, and some of the steps that you can take to make sure that you stay consistent with the gym and consistent with working out, because it is so important to all aspects of self-improvement. So firstly, I want to talk about my story. Back in high school, in about year 8 or year 9, I mean, those of you from the UK will know that we have like years, so like year 7 through to year 11, I think it is, in high school. And then in America, it's like, grades or whatever. So it's a bit different in the UK, but when I was in like year 7, year 8, so I must have been like maybe like 13, 14, something like that, there was a gym at my high school, and it was a pretty rusty old gym. It was not like, didn't have any good equipment or anything. It was just something that the PE teacher would sometimes take us in there if it was really badly raining outside or super bad weather. They would sometimes take us into the gym and, sort of just say, look, just go on any of the machines that you want, use the dumbbells, use the weights, and use the cardio machines, and just, go for it and experiment a little bit. So I'm with my friends, and there's maybe 3 of us or something like that. And back in high school, me and a lot of my friends were kind of like losers. So we were kind of like the in-betweeners, if you've ever seen the in-betweeners, where kind of we're a little bit like that. And we decided just to kind of mess about, right? Have a bit of fun. So we got onto the rowing machines, and, we're there on the rowing machine, the thing that you pull back and the seat moves, and we're pretending to like row boats, and we're just having a bit of a joke and, kind of just having fun with it, not really putting any effort in, not really trying, because we weren't bothered. All I was thinking about when I was at this gym was, what am I going to build on Minecraft tonight? What game am I going to play when I get home? Like I just couldn't wait to go home and like play GTA 5 or something on my PlayStation. And that's all I really cared about doing. I didn't really care about working out and doing all this. I wasn't on self-improvement at the time. And there's some other guys in there that I noticed, a couple of the other kind of alpha, Chad kind of guys that were in the high school that were playing football and, seemed to get all the attention from all the girls and stuff. I had all the big friendship groups and, the popular kids, you know who I mean. They're all there, and they're like lifting weights. They're doing, bench press, and they've got the dumbbells. They're doing bicep curls, and they all actually, like, to say they're like 14 or something, actually have like, I'm there looking at them thinking, damn, like they have got like muscle. Back in the day, I was like ultra skinny. I had like no muscle. I'd never worked out or anything. So I'm looking at these guys thinking, one of them's got like a full beard in like year 8, and he's like, kind of like probably looks older then than like I look now. And he's there like lifting the weights, doing the dumbbells. And it's like sort of hit me then when I was like looking at this guy, in particular, one of them who was like, working out. He had the beard, he was doing the bicep curls and stuff. And he just seemed to have like all the other kind of Chad alpha guys around him doing the same thing. I remember seeing that and thinking, damn, that is actually pretty cool. I won't mind doing that myself and getting to that level. So we were just messing about in the gym and, didn't think anything of it. A few years went past, and I've always kind of thought about that like first time, because that was the first time for me ever going into any sort of gym setting, right? And that was at high school. And now it seems weird not to go to the gym for me. And that's kind of where it all started for me. So really, when I started wanting to improve the way I look, and really felt like quite disgusted at the way I look when I sort of gained weight and I had skinny arms, I was skinny fat, as a lot of people would say. That's when I first decided to start lifting weights. And I remember my best friend gave me his weight bench, which is in the corner over there. I started using that, and I started actually working out with my dad in the middle of the pandemic. So we started working out together. He was showing me the ropes, how to lift weights, how to do the bench press, how to do bicep curls, and he was showing me like how to move the bench and alter it so I could do like shoulders and do the preacher curls on the bench. And I was learning this all, and I was watching all the different YouTube videos, watching like Athlete and X, Jeff Cavalier, and watching Jeff Nippard and all these different YouTubers like who are like the OG ones in the industry, who were like teaching me how to do all these different exercises. I was watching Mike Thurston, and he was teaching me how to do like train biceps and do the perfect split and all this stuff. So that's really like where the whole thing started for me. And ever since then, it's just snowballed out of control. And I've like literally managed to improve my physique so much. You got to understand, my physique isn't like incredible now. There's still a lot of work that I want to do to it. But when I compare that to what I was like, it's just a night and day difference. I've got decently sized arms, I've got a decent back, I've got these like all right chest, decent legs, and I've just improved my physique so much overall. And not only just like aesthetics, but like my health and my motivation and discipline and everything. Like my work ethic has gone up because going to the gym just improves that as well, and it makes you more disciplined and strict and regimented, and there's just so many good things come out of it. So that's kind of where it all started for me, and my whole self-improvement journey sort of launched off of the back of me getting so heavily into the gym and so kind of obsessed with it. Like I do get quite obsessive about things like that. So I was obsessed with the gym, and that's where all the self-improvement stuff started. And that kind of leads me on to the first step for you when you're starting your workout journey, when you just want to get into it. Maybe you've started doing the ab workouts in your room and you're doing the push-ups. I mean, I did all this stuff as well as doing the weights on the bench. But the first thing that you really need to decide that you're going to do is, are you going to work out from home or are you going to work out from a gym? So this is something that I actually struggled with quite a bit. Like I said, I worked out from home with my dad for the first like sort of part of my gym and fitness journey for maybe like 6 months. And to be fair on myself, I didn't really have a choice because this was in the middle of the pandemic. So actually all the gyms were shut. But then after the pandemic was over and all the gyms started opening again and everything sort of started going back to normal, I had a choice. I could either carry on working out at home with my dad's old dumbbells and the weight bench, or I could go to a proper gym. I mean, there's a gym literally opposite my house, and so there was no excuse. It wasn't like too far away or anything. And I didn't go to the gym for a long time. I just continued to work out from home. And there was a couple of reasons for this. One, I managed to sort of convince myself that working out from home would be just as good as going to the gym. And two, I was just very nervous about joining the gym. I didn't really think I would be like big enough or like look good enough or be like knowledgeable enough and know how to use the machines and stuff. I was just nervous. I didn't want to go there with all the other people, and I was just very nervous about it. So the advice I'd give to you from my personal experience is, if there's a gym near you and it's not like super far away, 100%, and you can afford it, 100% join the gym. Because the gym, when I joined the gym compared to working out from home, the difference in the amount of muscle that I made, the amount of knowledge that I gained, the amount of experience that I gained from going to the gym was just ridiculous. Like, it is so much easier to get a great workout in at the gym where they have all the actual equipment, like the ropes and the cable stack and the leg press and squat racks and all the different weights of dumbbells. Little things like when I was working out from home, the dumbbells that I have, the weight only goes up to like 25 kg on each dumbbell. When I was very, very first starting out, that was enough. But now that I was getting a bit more advanced and was getting stronger and better at lifting the weights, I was needing heavier dumbbells. And the gym just has like the dumbbells that go up to like 50 kg. Not that I'm using them now, but you get my point. It's got all the different weights of dumbbells. So if you've got the money for it and if it's close to you, 100% join the gym. It's going to be much better than working out from home. And if you are, very young, if you're like still in high school, you don't have a job, you're not making any money, then if you can just get a little weight bench off of Amazon and some dumbbells, that is going to take you very far as well. But just keep in mind that when you do start earning money or learn to drive or whatever, I would 100% make it a really high priority of yours to join the gym, because there's so many other benefits that come from joining the gym other than just all the machines being better. I really think being in a physical gym is a lot better than working out from home, in my opinion. Okay, so step number 2 is you need to establish what your goals are. So for a lot of people that I speak to who are on self-improvement and are just starting to work out, there seems to be like a certain clear amount of goals that the majority of people want. And this is either just to get bigger, muscle hypertrophy, build as much muscle as possible, or Calisthenics, you know, a lot of people seem interested in calisthenics and want to do all the body weight exercises. This is those videos when you see the guys doing like the cool like handstands, or like they can do a plank, but like it's kind of like in the air. Like, I can't really explain it, but you can just go Google it and you can see guys doing crazy like movements that I can't do. Losing weight, a lot of guys just seem to not really be interested in like building a lot of muscle and stuff. They just want to like lose the fat, right? A lot of guys who just start out working out are actually a bit overweight because of the way, you know, we've all been brainwashed into eating sugar and sitting down all day on our phones and not going outside. Everyone's just gained a ton of weight. So a lot of people just want to lose the weight, and that's their main goal, which is absolutely fine. And then the fourth thing that I've seen a lot of people want to do is to just get stronger. So some people don't really care about the aesthetics. They don't really care about the way they look. They just want to be strong, right? And that's totally fine. So there's kind of like four main things that I can point out as goals. You might have some other goals, but you need to decide what your goal is with this, because the goal is going to massively impact the kind of exercises you're going to be doing, the kind of training split that you're going to do. So for me, it was definitely hypertrophy and, you know, a bit of body recomposition, but I don't really feel like that's possible anymore. I used to, but I don't really think it is. But I'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, I was interested in losing fat. I didn't want to be fat, but I also didn't want to be like, I didn't necessarily need to be shredded or anything. I just didn't want to be fat. I wanted to have like, you know, decently visible abs, and not crazy or anything, just so you could see them. And the main thing for me, definitely the main goal was to build muscle, right? Muscle hypertrophy. So for my training, that meant that I had to do mainly resistance training and obviously cardio to lose the fat, but mainly was resistance training, and I was doing the sort of typical push-pull legs split for a long time, well over 2 years. But for you, if your goal is to get strong, for example, just improve your overall strength, but you're not really bothered about gaining a ton of muscle or like visuals, then your training split will look very different. You're going to need to be a lot more focused on lifting heavy weights and not really bothering too much about higher rep ranges. You're going to be more focused on, lower rep ranges, 4 to 6 reps, and just moving heavy weight. Just decide on your goal, and then once you've figured out your goal, the third step is to research. So I did this a lot. I've touched on it briefly, but I did a lot of research into this. So go onto YouTube and type in your goal for the gym, right? How to lose weight, how to increase muscle mass, how to achieve hypertrophy, how to improve strength at the gym, how to do calisthenics, whatever your goal is, whatever your kind of body type is that you want to go for, whatever your vision of you is. It could be CrossFit, it could just be endurance, whatever it is, right, that you want to do. Just go to YouTube, find that, and look up a bunch of videos on it. So that is kind of the best way I'd say to start off, is literally on YouTube. What I would say not to do, and I did this, is, a lot of you have Instagram and TikTok, is going on there and, these algorithms are incredibly clever. It can tell when you start getting interested in something like the gym, like fitness, working out, and it'll start showing you all the fitness influencers. And what this is going to do is it's just going to be showing you kind of the absolute 0.0001% of people in terms of their genetics, in terms of their how much they work, and steroids and everything. So if you're a guy who's interested in getting into fitness, I would avoid looking on the apps too much, like Instagram and TikTok, because what's going to happen is you're going to be showing all these guys that basically have unattainable physiques. And it's going to demoralize you a little bit. And it's just going to be providing a source of dopamine. I mean, great if it motivates you and inspires you to go to the gym. But what it did for me was, it did that for a little bit, but then it eventually just started turning into me looking at a lot of very, very good guys, physiques, who had incredible physiques. And it was just me scrolling through, just looking at people's physiques and being like, damn, he's got an amazing chest. Oh my God, this guy has, and then it kind of seeps into your mind in the background. And then every time you look in the mirror and, check up on your progress, you're gonna be thinking, why aren't I like that? Why have I not achieved a physique that's even anywhere close to this person's, right? And it's because you're forgetting that, well, one, they have amazing genetics, they're probably on steroids, and they've been working out for 10 years, right? They're 35 and you're 18 or something, right? So I'd avoid getting too caught up on Instagram and TikTok looking at the fitness influencers. I would mainly use YouTube as a tool to actually, not just watch random vlogs and stuff, but actually go to YouTube and say, how do you do this exercise? How do you achieve this physique? How do you stay in a calorie deficit? And you can kind of, as you research and learn about things, you'll just become better and better and more knowledgeable. And then the most important thing, this is kind of step number 4, the final step, is to actually go ahead and implement the advice that you get given, right? So you need to actually go to the gym, work out from home. And when you watch a video on the bench press, watch a video on bicep curls, watch a video on how to train triceps, you need to go ahead and actually apply those techniques. One YouTuber I can point you in the direction of who provides really solid fitness advice is Jeff Cavalier from Athlete X. He's kind of one of the OG YouTubers, and a lot of the advice that he gives on how to perform exercises correctly is very good in my opinion. I still use some of those techniques today. And then another YouTuber who really helped me was Mike Thurston. Yes, he is a bit of a... It's really badly raining outside, by the way. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's super fucking windy outside. There's like a storm or something. And honestly, I'm trying to record this video and all I can hear is like a hurricane force wind outside. It's really annoying. Yeah, what was I saying? Mike Thurston, he's another YouTuber who helped me out when it comes to the actual execution of exercises and like good form and technique. And I would definitely recommend you check him out. He is a little bit of a dopamine kind of source because a lot of his content now is vlogs and lifestyle content. I wouldn't watch that. I'd go back to watch his older videos from like 8 years ago. Just type in on his channel, the muscle that you're interested in, right? Is it biceps? Is it calisthenics? Is it losing weight? Or whatever it is that you're interested in. Go and watch a video on it because he does give great advice as well. I mean, there's loads of YouTubers you can watch and we're all great. They're just kind of the 2 that like stuck out to me because they're the 2 that I probably watch the most. Jeff Nippard as well, another great YouTuber for like the nutritional side of stuff and performing exercises. So there's three YouTubers for you there to go watch that whatever your goal is, right? Whatever you want to achieve, whatever kind of body you're after, you're probably going to be able to find the best advice possible with those YouTubers that I just mentioned. And then, yeah, just go and apply the knowledge and actually do the exercises and perform the movements and focus on your reps and how you perform the exercise and really try and feel the muscles. Another tip I'll give you is actually, if you can have a mirror when you're set up, either at your home gym or when you're at the gym, and you can visually see how you're performing the exercise, that is really good for you to understand whether you're doing it correctly or how you can improve it. For the longest time when I was working out from home, I didn't have any mirrors. I didn't have any way of knowing if, is this the right way to do it? It felt okay, but then when I actually went to the gym, I could see myself in the mirror doing the bicep curls and thinking, oh, I'm not really going all the way up to the top. So this whole time I could have been contracting further and then like going down further. And you can sort of see that, when you're in the mirror. And there's like other exercises like the squat and stuff where you can see your form and your back. And there's all kinds of benefits of being able to visually see yourself doing the exercise. That's just another benefit of the gym. But if you are going to work out from home, try and get a mirror set up or something, or maybe just record yourself on your phone and just watch it back and think, yeah, is that the sort of correct way to do it? Should I maybe just, bring the bench back a little bit so I can get a bit more motion and stuff like that? There's all kinds of little things you can do like that that's just going to improve your knowledge on how to perform exercises correctly and, more importantly, avoid getting injured. And some final little tips that I'll give you is there's 2 apps that I use mainly for my overall fitness journey. I use the app Strong, which tracks how your lifts are going. So it can track like what your best weight is on a certain exercise and like your PRs and like what you did last time. So every single every single workout, you can progressively overload and you can actually lift heavier, do more time on that machine or, whatever it is. And then it just means each workout you're getting, a little bit better every time. And that's just ultimately how you progress yourself in this whole thing. And the second app I'll give you, you've heard of this before, is MyFitnessPal. So I use MyFitnessPal just to track meals. You can put in what food you're having and it'll automatically work out how many calories are in that, for the weight and how much protein's in it and carbs and fats. And you can literally just, put in all your meals in there for the day. And that's going to help you keeping, on your calorie goal for the day, whether it's to lose weight or to gain weight. And they're the only 2 apps that I really use. And that pretty much does it. That's my beginner-friendly guide to starting to work out and going to the gym. I honestly think going to the gym, working out, is probably the main reason I've been able to stay so consistent with self-improvement. The gym and working out is like at the center of self-improvement. It's the very start of the journey, and it is the most fun thing that you can do on self-improvement, I think, is just working out, going to the gym, getting a great workout in and seeing those results come in slowly over time. It's like you sort of working on yourself as like a project, right? And you know, it's an amazing thing to do. And you know, every single story I hear from people on self-improvement, it all starts off with, I'm going to do 10 push-ups a day in my room. I'm going to do 20 push-ups a day in my room. I'm going to do an ab workout every day that I get home from school. And it just evolves into this thing of just going to the gym for an hour a day, getting involved in all these different kind of exercises, improving your body. And it's just an amazing thing. And I'm very excited for you starting on your journey with fitness. And I hope some of these tips and steps can provide you with some value and help you in that. Anyway, bro, improve yourself by 1% every day and you will get there. See ya.